Uncontrolled Substance TV.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Joe Pro 973, and this is Uncontrolled Substance TV. Today we have a very special guest. But before I let you know about him, it's Pop Warner season, yes. Your little athlete, they out there, they running around, they busting the moves. I know you need the N1 mixtape, so you can go ahead and holler at Black Lens Digital. Yes, Black Lens Digital, they the ones that can get it done. You want to get your mixtape done for your kids, send them off to college, or just have it for, the family memories. Holler at Black Lens Digital. They can get it done. And with that being said, we got the brother. He's in the building. I don't know how we gonna top this one. My man, Vertical Jones.
Yo,
what's good with you, bro?
This is different. This is way different. This is different.
Yeah, man. We go way back from the good old Ivy Hill days, man. Yeah, this is my brother right here, Vertical Jones.
Wow.
The man, the myth, the legend. I mean, he is so accomplished. I could stand here for 2 hours just running down all of the things that he's done. But I'll let him talk about it, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll let y'all know. We'll fill y'all in with everything that he got going on. For right now, though, bro, how you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. This is funny. It's funny as hell, bro. Like coming from where we come from, like
Absolutely.
You don't see that many people from Ivy Hill.
Yeah.
And I'll be in LA, I'll be in Canada, I'll be like, I'm from Ivy Hill. What's that? It's Newark. Yeah, it's Hooterville, but it's a
Yo, I
it's
just
a
like
special section, and it's like I could talk my shit now. Like if you ain't been to Albert's Pizzeria, like don't talk.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't played a body blow, the little arcade game up at Albert's, man. That was the time. Going up in the sweet shop, going to go get, you know what I mean? Come on now. Ooh, he said Bobos.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I saw that you had a podcast, I was like, yo, that's my man that looked like Jordan. Like, yo.
Okay.
Yo.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, back in the day, I don't know, I may not look too much like him now, but when I was younger, everybody used to just say like I was Baby Jordan. I ain't had none of that, but they used to say I was Michael Jordan.
Facts.
I couldn't play like him, but they used to say I looked like him. So
definitely look like Jordan.
You took me back with that one, bro.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, yo.
And that's the crazy part. When you hit me in the messages, it was like, yo, Jordan. I'm like, oh, man. Yo, I hadn't heard that in years, bro.
Yeah, it's been there like 20 years, 20 something, bro.
It's been longer than that, man.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
I'm 45 now, so it's definitely been longer than that. I wasn't 25 at that point in time,
Man,
so.
I've been out of high school, 25. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. I don't feel old, but.
Exactly. And, age is just a number. It's all about how you take care of yourself, how you moving, how you grooving, and how you feeling and what you're doing out here.
That's definitely something old niggas say.
Exactly. But, I mean.
Age ain't nothing but a number when you hit 40. You wasn't saying that when we was 20.
But I ain't gonna front, because I've been having a crick in my neck for about 2 weeks. So,
getting up is a thing. Like, you get up, it's making all this noise.
It's definitely different.
Nah.
But let's talk a little bit about your journey, because we haven't divulged, all of the stuff and all of the accomplishments that you have done as a person from Ivy Hill.
Right.
But I'm telling y'all, Ivy Hill has a plethora of people that has contributed to things in the industry. So I'm gonna start there. But let's talk a little bit about your earliest memories just growing up in Newark.
Ivy Hill is a special place. My brother used to rap. My brother Swig used to rap. Used to run with Red, and used to be on Clinton Avenue with the Orphans. Rest in peace, my man GL. And GL was close with Red. In that circle, I was young, you know what I mean, young kid. You know what I'm saying? I had the itch to want to like rhyme or whatever, so, started doing my thing like that. And then at Ivy Hill, only other person that really rapped was Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy
You know what I'm
Rod.
saying?
Salute to Rowdy
Shout
Rod.
out
He-
Rowdy.
An uncontrollable rampage, assaulting numerous waiters, busboys, a hostess, and several nearby diners with an empty champagne bottle. Police arrived, taking the rapper into custody. He was found to have an excess of 4 firearms concealed on his person.
How can I lose?
The rapper claims
I'm the best. I would never lose, never fall, never hate, never give up, never snitch around.
Shout out Rowdy. I remember.
You know, one of the first to break through
Nah,
at such a
facts.
young age, though.
Young.
At such a young
Yo,
age.
I was in like the 8th grade,
Okay.
and he had already graduated, and he came back. I was in Miss Hampton, and I remember me and him was rapping in class.
Okay.
And I remember Illmatic came out shortly after that, so I took the first verse for New York State of Mind, and I just reworded it in my own way. Like I'm
Okay.
like 13 or some shit, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But I remember me and Rowdy in Miss Hampton class rapping in front of the class. That was like one of my first memories of me actually being decent.
Okay. And so when you did that though, was it, because I guess you had the, you know, the music, like you said, it was in your lineage with your brother in the Orphans. Actually, shout out to the Orphans, because my man Sonny Black, he used to make beats for them back in the day.
It's
And
all
eventually
connected. Right.
he wound up making beats for us as well. So
Right.
shout out to Sonny Black. I don't know where you at these days, but definitely shout out to you, big
Right,
bro.
right.
But was that when you kind of realized, like you said that you knew you was nice at that point, but was that where it was like, it put the real battery in your back to where as though like, I'm on my ascension?
Nah, because my brother was that guy.
Okay.
And he was like, I don't know if anybody remember Legal, Jamal and Malik.
Yeah.
Right? So my brother was like, yo, until you as good as Jamal, you can't come to the studio. So there's a studio,
okay.
shout out Ken Johnson. He was the engineer for Lauryn Hill's album.
Exactly.
Right? It was a studio called Perfect Pair in East Orange.
Okay.
So he wouldn't take me to Perfect Pair until he thought I was as good as Jamal. So it was
Wow.
kind of like that boot camp. Like I had to prove myself. You know how many
Yeah.
albums and tapes I played for my brothers? Like, nah, it's trash. So no matter if I thought I was good, I had to be good to the OGs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Haas the Ripper, shout out Sev, shout out GL, shout out Baz, everybody that was on the Essex County Head Rush in like 91, 92. Like I had to prove myself, and I still carry that now. Like I had to really show the OGs. Shout out DJ Reek G's. You know what I'm saying? I had to prove it to them that I was good. And once the OG said I was good, I knew from there. That was what.
So it was that rite of passage you had.
Yeah, I had to prove. Nah, it wasn't.
But I really feel like that's a good thing though, because it hones your skills. If he's telling you like, nah, that's not it, and you got to go back to the drawing board, and you coming back with better and better material, that's putting you through the ringer.
It's one thing to be from Ivy Hill, right? But being from Newark, right? You go downtown on the corner of Dr. J's and Double O out there rapping. You can't rap out there unless you good.
Yeah.
You going down to the arcade, like anybody that's really from the city, you couldn't go in the arcade, you know what I'm saying? Like certain places, Skate 22, you know what I'm saying? The bowling alley, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't go in the bowling and my brother be like, oh, you rap? Oh, my brother rap. We go rap right now. That's how they was.
So he putting you against
on
them.
the spot, on the spot. And
Still sharp as steel.
anybody that was from the city, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know me because I saw you and you saw me out there. You talking Poppy Stores, you talking Swerve, we talking about Rook's Castle and like so many years ago. You know what I'm saying? And when you from Newark, when you from the city, it's always about proving it because we had New York that was right there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it
So-
was kind of like that shadow, like
Little
of
brother,
New
little
York.
brother shit, yeah.
Yeah, but I always felt as though Jersey was dope in its own right, and you know, just like you said, you named so many people, man, and that's not even a half of the people that you met across your journey.
It's just
in
the
this.
beginning, like what got me to the point where I was confident enough to go outside and be like, yo, I'm an MC, I'm an artist, because I had to go through the ringer first. Like, niggas wasn't hearing me.
Yeah.
Nah, I had to, you know what I mean? Like, I rapped a lot, I did a lot of music before niggas heard me. You know what I mean? Like,
And it's funny because, to be quite honest, like back then I was rapping, and I guess we all rapped, but I didn't know that you was as serious as a rapper. I thought you was more so in your producer lane, because I could remember you saying at one point in time, like, yo, I got a beat for you or something like that, but we never made that connection and I never got that beat from you. But
Right.
I remember you being more so in that producer bag. But so when you was coming up, did you love each one equally, or like how was it?
I had to do beats because my brother wouldn't take me to the studio, right?
So you was like, man, I'm gonna get me a way up in this piece.
He had a beat tape from Mr. Walt, right, from the Beat Miners. Like that's this Smith and Wesson boot camp. I actually Duck Down got a 30th anniversary of Duck Down, right? He had this beat tape from like Mr. Walt. Like them beats was amazing. He come back with some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just like when he not there, I rap on him. You know what I mean? I got the karaoke machine. I got the blank tape. I'm doing my shit.
Exactly. Doing the dub over, playback.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always had to do beats, but I only did beats so I have something to rap to. And I only sang so I could have some hooks.
Exactly. So you kind of was early on to that wave of singing on your own.
I was doing that the
hooks.
whole time. I was way before, maybe 20 years before Drake came
Before
out.
it got popular.
Probably 15 years before Drake came out. I was already doing it. Then he came out and made it popular.
But I do want to kind of get into the foundation of you doing the beats. So you played an instrumental in Mount Vernon.
Right. I sixth grade, I went to Miss Rogers. My best friend, Dwayne DK, he was in the band. So I got in the band because he was in the band. And I started playing drums, you know, all the assemblies and shit. Yo,
Dwayne, that's...
how about this? Fuck, we'll get Ivy Hill shit, right?
Okay.
Mount Vernon talent show.
Yeah.
You remember Talib and them did Cruise Pop, the youngsters.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
I
Rock,
performed
shout out
that.
to Rock.
I performed with my group, Herbie Hancock was a jazz piece that day.
Okay.
When they did Cruise Pop that same day. Like we performed together on stage. It was Talib and it was all of them and it was the youngsters. Like,
Exactly. I remember. Yo, that's a throwback right there, man. But so coming through the ranks and you know getting that musical instrument, do you find that those skills and abilities helped you when it came to processing and making beats?
Miss Rogers, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Miss Rogers was friends with Oscar Petty, which was the music teacher at Arts High School. I got into Arts High School. First month of school, he pulled me to the side. He had my parents like, yo, he's special. He put me under his wing. He introduced me to a guy named Louis Melcher, which was like the music technology. I started Arts High School in 96. 96 is when they moved back to the building. We was the first class that had a recording studio in our school.
Wow.
Shout out my man Hef. We started what's called the Music Technology Club. And we would be in there 6:30 in the morning making music, making albums. You come into school, go through the metal detectors, and we in what's called the fishbowl. It's this room, this glass room. We in there making beats and people walking in like,
So, man, and so from that era of your first piece of equipment that you was maybe doing in your house to going to Arts High and then leveling up with that professional type of equipment.
Bro.
Like how was that jump and transition for you?
1996, we're making beats on Macintosh computers in 96.
Wow.
Right? 1996, shout out Hef, right? 96, we got the Apple computer set program called Music Shop. We had the keyboard, we making beats on it, like a DAW, bro.
Yeah.
Like some Pro Tools shit in 96,
Wow.
29 years ago.
Damn. So that, yeah.
And I was a music major, so I was learning how to read music, I was learning how to write music, I was learning music theory. There's something called melodic dictation that I learned. So I also had played in a jazz band. I played in the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra, and then in high school I played for William Patterson Honor Band.
Okay.
So all of that just like, by the time people heard me, it's kind of like I had so much training, like I was already seeing way more than people my age was even trying to do. Like musically.
Yeah.
So I excelled on a producer tip really fast.
Because you had such a wealth of knowledge from playing
I got
your
good
own...
at making beats real fast.
Yeah. Man, that is insane. And so with you making beats and everything, when was the first opportunity that you was able to, I guess, see some success or sell a beat? Like how did that come about?
Shout out my man Chase McClay. He just passed away. He is like my sparring partner, one of my best friends. We was on the corner, Fleetwood and Ellery. Shout out Fluke, Nero, Mike Al, Nitty, everybody from the block.
Okay.
Rules, Reef, you know what I'm saying? Right?
The
So look,
throwbacks.
we on the block and I'm like rapping and I got my radio and my man Duke pop up. Now this is what's crazy. Now I didn't even know this. The dude Duke pulls up. Duke was Rowdy. Duke and Lisa was Rowdy Rod's managers.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I just thought they was my man Tom Gist man. I didn't know that Duke and Lisa was managing Rowdy. And I kind of started really taking it serious when I saw Rowdy get his Flavor Unit deal. Shout out Rowdy, right?
Yeah, shout
when
out
I saw
Rowdy.
him got that Flavor Unit deal, I really was like, yo, it's possible because he from round the way, right on the corner. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, he came up, he wanted a beat tape. I didn't know what a beat tape was. I just...
But so everybody is clear. You said he just out of the blue wanted a beat tape. So
he had a van. He had a Windstar. He pulled up in the van, saw me on the corner, and was like, "Yo, that's all right. Give me a beat tape." Next time I saw him, I gave him a beat tape.
Oh, so he kind of knew or assumed that the beats that y'all was playing on maybe y'all Panasonic radio or whatever radio y'all had.
Bullshit. Kobe, the little Kobe shit. No, you gotta be exact. The Kobe, the bullshit, the little bullshit.
Okay.
Bad fucking B batteries. Bullshit.
So he just assumed that was your beat that you had made.
Yeah, it was. But
I mean, it was, but he just...
I was only making beats for me and people.
the homies to rhyme off of.
Right, just some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he gave the beat to my man Tom Gist from Harlem. His name was Ant Arrogance at the time.
Okay.
And this is what's crazy, right? This is what, I never said this on the podcast before. The whole time I'm trying to get my brother Swig to take me to Perfect Pair. Do you know where the first session was at? Perfect Pair. I'm at the studio with Tom Gist at Perfect Pair. My brother is signed to the dude that run the studio.
Wow.
My brother was signed to Ken Johnson. I'm in Perfect Pair. I'm like 15.
So when you went there, was your brother there?
He wasn't there, but Ken knew who I was.
He knew exactly who
He
you
like,
was.
that's Coley. That's Swig brother.
Wow.
And that's how it started. Now let's date it. 1998, right? So I'm in there, and they got an SSL 9000J. Like, you got to think, this is like a house converted into a studio.
Exactly.
He got the same board that Dr. Dre got.
So was that the studio? It was right there on South Clinton by Boston Market back in the day?
I'm not sure that, because I was so young.
Okay.
You know, back in the day, all the studios was the East Orange.
Yeah.
It was like a little house, like a one
Yeah,
story
because I
house.
remember that they used to record over there in that way. It probably wasn't that one, but
It's a couple
Yeah,
different ones.
okay.
It was Rashad. It was like House of Hits. It was some other spots, some big house, and it was Perfect Pair.
Okay.
But my first session was at Perfect Pair with Tom Gist. Now, when I met Tom Gist, shout out Tom Gist, he's one of my best friends, and definitely somebody that keeps me sharp as a lyricist.
Yeah,
I thought he was an NBA dude because he was a basketball player when I met him. I thought he was like
from
I thought
playing
he
in the
played for
open
Knicks.
gyms and stuff, yeah.
Right, nah, he from Harlem. He from Manhattanville. I thought he was like Chris Childs or one of these niggas. When I saw him, he like stocky. He looked like he built like Chris Childs.
Exactly.
I was like, yo, this nigga play for the Knicks. Oh shit, I'm making beats. He never even heard me say this. I'm like, yo, I'm making beats for like a New York Knicks
like a New York Knicks player, like, yo, what is the chances?
Fuck out of here. I ain't no. Nah, I thought, you know what I'm saying? So that made me see like, damn, this is possible. I'm gonna go with this producer thing. Now this is 1998.
Yeah.
I didn't get my situation to 2000 when I graduated
Okay.
with Duke, the same guy, and my man Ox, rest in peace, Ox. He played Lotto in 8 Mile.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel bad that I gotta murder the dude for me, Leave It to Beaver. That dude.
Yeah.
So we had a deal on Interscope, and I was 18.
Wow.
The young, like, Swiss Beats wannabe from
And so-
Ivy Hill.
Your deal was production / rap?
Production on Bankers Interscope. And at that time, Steve Stout, Tone from Trackmasters, and Anton Mershon, which is Foxy Brown's brother.
Yeah. Wow.
At 18. So I'm like making mad beats, and I was like, all right, the producer thing works.
Okay, and so when you were doing that, so was it kind of like the Kanye route? Cause he was like making beats and doing all this dope stuff in the studio, and then he wanted to rap, or you wanted to rap, but you always was rapping.
I was already nice, but I was so loyal that we ended up going to Baltimore. Shout out Mark Davis. Shout out Pop just passed, and my OG Sha. We in Baltimore.
You just casually say these names like this, man. And look, man,
The real shit.
he's from where we're from, guys.
The thing about it is like you cannot tell your story and not mention people that carried you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm fire, but I've been coached, I've been mentored, people look out for me. You know what I'm saying? We come from, I never had no beef and no problems with that because niggas took care of that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, go in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, after 8 Mile came out, long story short, 50 got signed to Dr. Dre, and that was it for everybody.
Okay.
We got dropped, and then I was like, all right, I'll do a project now. Because now my man done. I wasn't going to do nothing until Ox was finished. Because I was his producer. I was his hype man.
Okay.
And I was on the road with him too.
Oh, wow.
So I wasn't going to do no project as an artist until my brother was done. And when he was done, that's when I got my
So
shit.
all of it was your training, though? Because
Hell yeah.
everything happens for a reason. You on a
Hell yeah.
road with him.
Hell yeah.
You're doing the hype, man. So you learning the stage presence. You learning how to rock a crowd.
Doing the studio stuff, recording them, doing the beats, taking him to get his hair braided, all kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
all of that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
And so you lock in, you say, I want to do my first project now, or I want to put something out.
It was their idea. It wasn't my idea. My man Pop and my man Sha and Mark Davis in Baltimore.
Okay.
It was like, this is around the time, right? They was filming The Wire already. I didn't know nothing about The Wire until I came home. I was like, yo,
Okay.
I just was at Lake Trout getting the fish sandwich. I was just down the way.
Yeah.
That was the first, sidebar, that was the first time I saw the cameras. You know, the cops had the cameras.
Oh, yeah,
I saw
yeah,
that in
yeah.
Baltimore. I was like, yo, Sha, what the fuck is that? The cameras like filming.
Yeah. So I do want to touch on your name. What was your name at that point in time? Was your first name what?
It was
Choir boy?
Coley at that time.
Oh, Coley at that
That's
time?
what my brother called me. But
Okay.
then when I started the artist thing, I went by Mike Jones.
Okay.
But this was 2002, 2003. And you know what happened in 2003? Who? Mike Jones.
That's when he
Who?
came out.
So my thing is like, I'm a real artist. I sing, I play instruments, I'm doing beats. I'm like on some like, Queen shit. Like I'm on some Nas shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want every time people hear me, they be like, are you old boy? Nah.
Exactly.
So I changed to Choir Boy because Five Heartbeats was my favorite movie.
Okay.
I was from the church.
Yo, I never knew that, bro.
And I got mad steam, Source, Unsigned Hype, Start Magazine.
Okay.
Like, my people, shout out Frank Messer, he just retired. Shout out Frank Messer. He was my manager. Mad
Yeah.
press. I got more press than everybody. I was everywhere.
Yeah.
As soon as I changed my name to Choir Boy, that shit just worked.
So it kind of took off for you.
Because the whole story made sense.
Exactly.
My parents is ministers. I'm from this special part of Ivy Hill, Lauren Hill, 2 blocks from the building. Wyclef went to high school down the street. I just found out Mike Homie is from my neighborhood. Mike Homie is from down the street
Wow.
from us.
But we used to always see Tame walking through the neighborhood too with the
Rodriguez, see
Sbarro.
Rodriguez,
Like,
Pace One. Yeah.
man, yeah. So Up the Hill
Young
definitely
Z's, I used to
had
see- I used to see Rodriguez all
some
the time.
spitters up there.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about. So is that the time, or is that the era? Because rest in peace to the kids who was executed in the back of Mount Vernon. But you did a video back there.
I was outside on the porch. I'm on Fleetwood and Ellery on the porch, and I heard boop, 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 boop. And I heard nothing. I was counting the shots. 1, 2, I think it was 6 shots. I was dead ass outside on the porch. It was summer, and I counted the shots. So, oh shit! Then I found out.
Yeah.
And then I did a video.
And that was very, very a tragic incident. Once again,
Yeah,
rest in peace
yeah,
to
that
those
was wild.
those school kids back there. They was just back home from college or whatever. But you did the video back there, and was that kind of like one of your first visuals putting to the
hell
music?
Yeah. Shout out my man DK. He did that. He also went to Mount Vernon, went to art. My best friend actually, he did that, and it was cool. It was like you learn how to be on
Exactly,
camera and shit
learn it
early,
yeah.
way before. Rock Davis film, Stamp, you know what I'm saying? Before I got with the cinematic.
Yeah. But I mean, like I say, just start. You know what I mean? Because if you never start, then you never get to those levels.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I came up in the era where we always had the camera.
Yeah.
Right. Short. I started really popping during the blog era.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You talk about Wiz Khalifa, you talking about current. Shout out Nico, just had a baby boy. Shout out my nephew today. Shout out Nico. So we running around with cameras, you know, what was that, Rebel T1? That's when the Rebel T1 was out. Before, I couldn't afford a 7D. You know what I'm saying? Rock was running with the 5D Mark II at the time. You know what I'm saying? I had the T1, but I'll put that shit on monochrome, put that shit in black and white, and had that shit looking like Cheeky and Cootie. They had a channel called Creative Control.
Okay.
That's what kind of inspired the monochrome theme, Dash and all them. All the videos is in black and white. The shit was just fire.
Yeah.
So I was doing that with the Rebel T1. So everywhere we went, we
You
had
was filming.
footage. I got everything. We talking about dated back to 03. I got everything.
That's amazing.
I documented everything, right?
That is amazing. And so, was that the time, or was that the era that before you went to Baltimore, or when you came back from Baltimore?
It was before Baltimore.
Oh, so that was
My
before.
artistry started there.
Okay.
Professionally, I did my first project there, and then I came home and I got a manager. And when I got a manager, that's when it happened. Like I was running into people like Kanye. I was talking to Just Blaze. Like I was like out. In
Who
the city.
has ties in Jersey as well and everything.
Big time.
But, I'm just curious. So when you put out your first project, are you still getting placements with beats with other artists that like
Not
during
as much.
that?
Not as much that I was focused.
You was focused on yourself.
When I had my deal, I actually did the intro to Il Nana 2 The Fever, which was the follow-up to Foxy Brown's album. Il Nana, it was part 2 called The Fever. Il Nana 2 The Fever, right?
Yeah.
Her brother Anton worked at the label, so it was this Nina Simone sample that I flipped.
Yeah.
And years later, when I got to actually talk to Gavin and told him who I was, and I was actually able to talk to Fox, he was like, "Oh, remember that shit, son." The shit never came out because it was mad wild shit that happened to Inga at the time. But when I became an artist, I just locked in on that. I was doing the beats. I was focused on my artistry. I wanted
Focus
to
on
really
your
be
artistry.
good.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of producers that rap wasn't like respected for being dope rappers. They was like Pete Rock. He got a decent voice, but you know it's really about the music. I wanted people to be like, this beats is dope, but he's dope too.
Exactly.
So I wanted to I wasn't there yet, so I wanted to like hone in on that craft.
And so did you take a step back from even producing for yourself with the beats?
No, I was doing all the beats.
Doing
I
all
just
your beats?
wasn't focused on doing beats.
For
The only
other
person
people.
I was doing beats for is Tom Gist and my man Doc Stigler. That was it at that time. And then
Okay.
later on, my man Phenom. But those are the 3 artists I did beats for primarily, and I would just like be cranking my own shit out.
Yeah. But wow, so when was it like that you kind of caught on because you got that Source, that's a real big look, like back then.
You know why I took that?
For that
you
era.
probably didn't see it. I'm gonna show it to you. But the picture, I got the MPC producer heads, MPC 2000 XL. I'm sitting in Ivy Hill Park on the benches.
Yeah.
Not over there by the basketball court. The benches before you get to the where they
By where
kids
the
is
old
playing.
water fountain and stuff
Right.
is at.
When you first
when
walk in the
coming
park, the benches.
park.
I'm sitting
Yeah.
there with the MP, and I took that picture. And I had my brother's Marine Corps dress blues on, and I had the MP. And that was the picture for the Source.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Just still, mad Ivy Hill shit. Like I'm from, it's just mad Ivy Hill
But
shit.
what did that do for you though? Like,
That shit was major. Because shortly after that, I started to do SOBs. This is way before, shout out Joel Ortiz. Me and Joel Ortiz kind of had the same management.
Okay.
Like my manager, Frank, and Mike Haran, which later started to work for Shady.
okay.
Right? He was an A&R for Shady.
Yeah.
They were best friends. So me and Joel Ortiz starting art, we had kind of similar paths. Like I had a show at Joe's Pub and we rocked together at Joe's Pub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fire. And so you just organically building these, relationships.
You know what did it? I'll be honest with you. Going to New York, being in New York, that did it. I wasn't in Jersey doing all of the hole in the wall showcases.
Okay.
20 niggas. I eventually did it, but they would put me on a flyer. They would try to make me go last. I'm like, nah, I need to go in the middle.
Because that's what the energy is.
That's where everybody's
'Cause I
at.
know, because I was doing them hole in the wall spots, and by the time you go on last, the crowd done
Anybody
last.
there, it's just you and your people and 2 girls. They
Exactly.
waiting for the DJ or whatever. So You know what I mean? Like what did it for me? Like I was in Joe's Pub. I opened up for Arrested Development. I remember one time, shout out Lord Finesse. Lord Finesse was hosting, right? The crowd was going so crazy. He was like, yo, y'all acting like this nigga Jay-Z or something. Let the nigga perform first. And then I went up there and I did my thing. And I remember Pharoah Monch came to see me perform.
Okay.
Pharoah Monch.
Shout out to him because he's
Capone from Capone and Noriega. And then when I went outside, I met AZ. They was all there. But Pharoah Monch came to see me perform because I talked to him on the phone.
Okay.
Right? That shit was crazy. It was like, that's what did it. Going to New York and standing on that. Like, I'm from Newark. Like,
Exactly.
And I mean, once again, the way that I came up, you had to prove it. Nowadays, you can say, I'm an artist, I got followers. You had to prove it. Let me hear something.
You had to be outside.
Let me hear something right now. And if it's not fire, you can't walk around and say you're no fucking rapper.
And you know what else? Back then, we had 100 raps on cap. Like, you would be in a cypher and y'all would be spitting probably like 30 raps back and forth. And all of these raps was committed to memory.
No, you didn't run out.
Like-
I didn't run out.
Like, they would be committed to memory. I'm not talking about going up nowhere and you got your phone and you reading off your phone some bars.
God. Yeah.
Like,
it's lazy. You didn't run out. You didn't run out.
yeah, man.
Yeah. You know, what did it was going to the city, going to Joe's Pub, going to New York. Anybody that was in that circuit, Bowery Poetry Club was the spot. We all used to have to go to that little spot and perform.
Yeah.
Bowery Poetry Club, all of these little spots. You know what I'm saying? But going to SOBs and all those spots in the early 2000s really helped me submit.
And so around that time, so was it that you had got a beat to Gis and he cause he went on working with Dipset and then for, you know, with Cameron, but how did y'all relationship get so tight? Or because you guys have several collaborations throughout the years.
I try not to do an album without him. If it's a rap album, I mean, I got singer albums that he's on, but this is what's crazy. Tom Gis and Rowdy became close because they used to play ball together and they did music together.
Okay.
Right? So Duke and Lisa, that was managing Rowdy, ended up managing Tom Gis, which also ended up managing me.
Wow. So it was that connection.
Right.
Okay.
And then we were, you know, I did work on his he had an album called Rehab. I was on that. And then after that, we just was going. And I did a track for him called Thinking Out Loud. It was a mixtape called Thinking Out Loud, but I did the actual beat, me Thinking Out Loud. Cam heard it and liked it, and then they just start rocking. I'm sure they already knew who he was because they all from the same area.
Exactly.
But sometimes it takes a certain body of work to have you like, I know he nice because he from around the way, but that right there, that's special. And then
and
they started.
I kind of want to speak to that because sometimes, you know, and this is for the younger people that's coming up and even probably some of the older people. You may be working and you may not be getting the looks that you want, but it's important to keep working. You heard what he just said. Cam and them may have known who Gis was because they probably was from a building uptown, maybe, you know, several buildings down or several blocks up, but you gotta put your work in. Like, there's no shortcuts for that. I mean, everybody think it's a shortcut, but put your body of work in, put your head down, keep working, and they gonna come. Just do your work. Now, go ahead, you can proceed. I just wanted to put that message
that's
out
real,
there.
bro. I've been making, shout out Fox. I'm gonna talk about Fox real quick. So I've been making beats for Foxy my whole life since that situation happened.
Yeah.
I finally, when K Slay passed away, Foxy posted a video with her and A. Marie and the K Slay. I hit her up, she responded. I had already talked to Gavin, her brother.
Yeah.
Told him the whole situation. I was like, yo, I talked to Gavin, da-da-da-da-da. And then I sent her something and she was like, that's crazy. This was the day that I was gonna stop rapping. This was literally like 3 years ago. And I was like, I made up in my mind, I was like, man, come on, bro. Like, how much I gotta do?
Exactly.
And she gave me some really, I'm not gonna say what she said because it's a private conversation.
Absolutely.
But she gave me some really positive comments and she gave me some really solid stuff and she let me know that she thought I was dope.
Yeah.
And that was it for me.
Yeah, sometimes,
That was it.
you know, we can have that internal belief, but sometimes, you know, acknowledgement from our peers can definitely go a long way too.
Yeah, man. Like you talking about somebody that never was out rapped on anything. She was on the first song. She's like 16. Just LL, Prodigy, Fat Joe.
Think of that statement. She's been on songs with Nas, AZ.
Not once have you been like, she got trashed. You was like, she did her thing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So somebody like that saying, yeah, she's a female, but she's been around. There's something about women, right, that can bring the best out of a man.
Absolutely.
So we not gonna act like she didn't bring the best out of anybody that she was around, because damn, I'm on the song with even the song she did with Beans on China Dog.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen to it, she was going and Beans was going. Nobody got anybody. It was like,
exactly. It's like, oh, I can see that.
That was a good song.
Exactly,
right.
Man.
That says a lot.
That definitely says a lot. That's all you want to do. You want to let your body of work speak for itself and not so much of the antics. A lot of times we get caught up with the antics of things, man. It's just like, do your work. Do your work.
Yeah, I mean, I just came up differently. Like, I had to prove it. I'm saying, oh, you got beats? Play it. If it's trash, you go hear about it. Hey, shit gotta be fun. Shit has to. We had something called like an 8-second rule. When I had my deal, by 8 seconds, by the time the beat dropped, if niggas ain't going crazy, like, I had to erase the beat.
Wow.
Like, not save, I couldn't even save it. Like, shit had to be like incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm working every day like that, doing like 20 beats a day, 30 beats a day.
And so from the outside looking in, I used to hear, certain stories of a person potentially trying to get someone to hear their music. And I didn't know if it was 8 seconds, but I knew it was some low thing like that. But it was like
very short.
Like if you don't catch them real quick with whatever you got.
You can't tell no stories. You think like, it's not mixed, it's not finished. Press play, and by the time the beat drop, they got to be like,
yeah.
If it's not, it's not that, and it's okay. You just got work to do. And I came up like that.
Okay. So how many times would you say you honestly had to go back to the drawing board with something that you honestly thought was fire? Like
a lot. And I know it was fire, but it just wasn't to the level, because I didn't understand
of what they needed it to be.
I didn't understand sound all the way. Like I was like a young like Swiss Beats.
Okay.
So my beats were very like one-dimensional, though they was dope. And then eventually I started to learn about sound and transitions and progressions and shit like that.
Yeah.
And, I'm way better now, but back then it just was raw talent.
Exactly.
It wasn't developed.
But that's like the old adage, man. Talent is only going to get you, but so far, like eventually you got to put the work in. Like you got to put 2,000 hours in. You got to improve.
Man, I'm still learning stuff to this day. And it's like bittersweet. Like I'm dropping my last rap album, and I'm better than I ever was. Just like concepts, how my presence on the mic, the beats, knowing when to do less, not to overproduce, what kind of sound, not doing too much of one thing. Like I'm learning. It's like, damn, I got it now.
Damn. And that has to be kind of like a crazy feeling to know that you're kind of like at your apex of where you've ever been.
Yeah, man, that's just crazy.
And so you have over 30 projects that have been released.
I have at least 25 rap albums, 5 albums singing.
And so what would you say was your illest verse or your illest project?
Rap album, this one, the new one.
The new one?
But singing, it probably was my last one, Stadium one. That one was incredible.
Okay.
But rapping, I sound the best. This new, and I know people say it because I've learned so much and I've been through so much, and like my life has been so fucked up, I stopped caring.
Yeah.
It's really, I'm just telling
And
my
so,
story.
if you don't mind, later we can get to some of that stuff. But I want to go back to Monochrome 1.
Yeah.
And it just seems so cerebral, bro. Like the concepts, the song talking to your son. Well, it's like a monologue talking to your son.
Yeah, yeah.
But everything just seems so well thought out and just polished and professional, bro. It's like you are a thinker. Like that's what I get from listening to that project. And it's like, man, bro, seen some shit.
Kobe passed away. Kobe was my favorite basketball player, outside of Jordan, obviously. Outside of you and shit.
Yeah.
Outside of you type shit.
Outside of me.
If you know, you wouldn't know.
You know.
You wouldn't know. 5'10", like 10, like if you wouldn't know, you wouldn't know. If you ain't play free fall, you wouldn't know. But nah, Kobe passed away, and the way he passed away was so fucked up. This shit, like I wrote a poem called "Leave Something."
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, Kobe, he did so much great shit at such a young age.
Such a young age.
And
man.
I was like, yo, at the end of the day, like we're here to leave something. We're here to die empty. So I wrote my first poem, and then I started making this album. And I feel like for artists, I encourage you to make concept albums, make as many concept albums as possible, because you put yourself in a box and you're able to like artistically work through this restrictions. And a lot of times you make something that's really dope and really specific. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna make like an artsy, like fucking, album. And I started to work my way through it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm working at Beth Israel. Shout out to everybody at Beth Israel during COVID.
I know
Everybody home.
I know that was rough.
Everybody home. It was so bad. It was literally like every 15 minutes, the code is going off, and that means that somebody just died, right? Every 15, 20 minutes. So I'm seeing that, taking bodies to the morgue. It was so early that we didn't know what COVID was. We got full hazmat suits on. The big thing with the shield, scared as hell.
Yeah.
It was so bad that nurses was quitting. When they found out they had to go to a COVID floor, they just was quitting on the spot.
Yeah.
So all of that, along with raising 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? I had, my family, I'm doing that.
Just the weight of the world of everything that was happening.
That whole album, I was living in Orange on Mechanic Street at the time. That whole album happened in my living room.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot going on. And I felt like,
I wouldn't be able to tell though, bro. You said you recorded that in your living room. I don't know. It sounded like you recorded that shit in the bigs. Like,
it's about caring. Like I said, when I came here, you can tell how much somebody care about something by looking at what it is that they say that they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he really care. I was laughing like, this nigga the light man, the sound man, cameraman. This nigga got 2 cameras. How was he sitting there and he the cameraman for 2 cameras? It's because he cares so much.
Yeah.
I'm doing the beats, I'm mixing, I'm mastering. I did the artwork, I did the cover, I took the picture, all of that.
Damn. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I just care a lot.
The passion. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
It definitely was a passion project.
I didn't do that for people to be like, oh, nah, I just felt like I had something to say. I felt fucked up that happened to my favorite basketball player, along with all these people in my neighborhood. My man Trace, shout out Trace. Trace's father passed. Miss Perry, right next to him, passed. My cousin Sean, Mr. Johnson, he passed. These all in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Next door to each other. Trace right here, right next to Trace is Miss Perry. They both got people who passed in their house.
Damn.
Mr. Johnson, all in my neighborhood, mad people. I'm seeing death all the time. It did something to me as an artist. It's sorry to say that when things are fucked up, we the most inspired.
Yeah.
For anybody that's watching this, if you're an artist and your life fucked up, this is the sign to make some shit go crazy, because this is the only way that you may be able to get those emotions out.
To get over it. And that's a key point. We have to get those emotions out, because if it's locked in, it's like you like a crazy person.
Somebody go get that smoke. You ever been at work and you got some shit going on, somebody say some shit, they didn't even deserve what you said to them?
Oh yeah.
Like, what?
Happened to me before.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happened to me one time, and I went so crazy on somebody, I just was like, yo, he ain't even. That was something at home. That shit ain't had nothing to do with you.
It had nothing to do with
He didn't
fam.
deserve that smoke. So to avoid, like, blacking out on somebody, make some shit sing right. You don't even got to let nobody hear it, but you have to record it. You have to get that shit out.
Get it out.
Or somebody
yeah.
go get some smoke.
Yeah.
It could be bad. It could be violent. It could be, you know what I mean?
And that's a lot of things that, from that perspective, we don't tend to vent ourselves that well. Like we bottle these things up and then it just snaps in the moment. Man, that's not good. But
especially men, especially black men.
Yeah.
We whole shit, and you know what I mean, we go, oh, I'm gonna hit some za, I'm gonna fucking get some Henny. Like, yeah, you could do that, but after a while, like, that ain't gonna work. Like, you gotta actually express how you feel.
Exactly.
And
Let it
sometimes you
out.
can't tell the homies, sometimes you can't tell family, sometimes you can't tell baby girl. So what you gonna do? Write some shit. Like I said, you don't even gotta let nobody hear it. But you better write that shit, record it.
Yo, the crazy part is we all have these phones nowadays. You could just turn on the memo on your phone and record you some bars or
You feel
sing
better.
in a riff.
I swear to God, you feel better.
Yeah, that's
Only these albums are for me. If you hear it, that means somebody that I respect. Most likely one of my OGs, I let them hear it. Like my man Shop, like, yo, Shop, look. I send him a private fucking playlist on SoundCloud. It's private. And he'd be like, yo. I was like, all right, they can hear it. But if I don't get that, usually I got stuff you probably never hear because it's for me.
And speaking to that point though, because you said that the albums that you do, they are for you.
Yeah.
And so I was, scrolling through your YouTube and there was kind of like a series that you started around that time as well.
Behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And, you was up late nights and you was drinking your coffee, doing some of the things that I do. But you were speaking about how you was going direct to consumer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you knew the people that went and got your project.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter how many people it was, but you felt that connection and you was thankful that they went out and spent their hard-earned money for your project.
It's different. You see their address, some people from North Carolina, some people from Atlanta, like some people from Jersey, some people from my brother in Kenya. You know what I mean? People all over LA, some of my homies in LA, they like support, and it's like, you see it. It's like, I appreciate that. They took their time and spent this $30. They bought a shirt.
Yeah.
Some of my homegirls, they have a hoodie. My man Zach, when I dropped Gold Tape, he bought a T-shirt and went to Medellin, Colombia, and wore the shit. He in Medellin, like, I was like, yo, that's dope.
That's a
like,
dope
as hell.
backdrop.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, that's fire. And so, like, I'm a small creator now, and I kind of, I see the value in that too, of acknowledging the people that do support. It's not about who don't support, because a lot of times we as creators, we get caught up with who don't support you. But it's about the support that you do get, however small you may think that is.
I put it like this. If you got 250 people in the room just for you, that's a good time.
Yeah.
If you look at it like that, then it's like 1,000 people, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've had shows when like, you know what I'm saying, 200 people, 300 people, 500 people, whatever, and it's like jam-packed motherfuckers in here like this. It's like, at that moment, this is the Garden, baby. This is Madison Square Garden. This is Barclay. Fuck you talking about?
And that's another key point too. I feel like whether it's 10 or 10,000, if you performing, you gotta be in your bag.
But this is where passion comes into play, because if you're really passionate about it, you just want anybody to hear this shit.
Yeah.
When you make some fire shit, like I'd be home and I would make some shit, and if it gets too good, I gotta call somebody. I'm gonna go live. I don't care if 5 people up there, y'all about to hear this song. This shit. You know what I mean? It's just like,
you gotta get it out.
It's that, but you also have to, you gotta really like what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for them. I like making music.
Yeah.
I just happen to be good, but if I wasn't good, I still would make. They would say Miles Davis, they just asked Miles Davis, I just posted yesterday on Instagram, it was like, if nobody listened to your music, would you still make it? He was like, yeah. He was like, why? Because I love making music. This is Miles Davis.
Yeah.
If nobody listened to Kinda Blue, he still would have made Kinda Blue.
But isn't that the foundation of it though?
It should be.
But I mean, and I know we in an era where a lot of people just see it as a bag, and they want to get to the bag, and music is the window or the doorway to get to acting or get to this. But I do feel like the people that genuinely love it, you can tell. You can hear it.
Tyler, the Creator, he's probably one of my favorite all-around artists. Not because his music, even though his music is dope. You can tell he really cared. If you look at his clothes, Golf LaFleur, Wolfgang, all that stuff, his videos, his shows, the marketing, the albums. You look at when he's making his album, he really cares.
Yeah.
It's something about that for me that inspires me. Like that's, for me, that's what it's about. Like really those details. Like I said, when I came here, I'm like, oh, I know what this is. Like from being rock, like I know how important the lighting is. Oh, he really wants this to be something.
Yeah. It's that care. And, you know, to that point, I always have been passionate about, you know, the endeavors that I do. But it's that right mixture of discipline also too. I feel like you gotta have discipline in your art. And on the music aspect, I didn't have it so much, but now I'm a lot more mature. I'm a little bit older now. So like, this is something that I'm very, very passionate about. I wanna tell these stories. I wanna, you know, influence the youth in a positive way. I just wanna talk to my people. And so I'm very passionate about that.
Conversations are very important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many conversations I had with people that I can't have no more. My man Chase just passed away. We be on the phone talking about, like on my coffee table, I have a red tape that me and him recorded when I was a sophomore in high school. It was in 1998. It's a red TD Maxwell tape, I think it is, TDK or some shit. And it's on my table.
Yeah.
It still work. I can't have, like Jay on the Jay Electronics, he said, I got numbers in my phone that will never ping again.
Exactly.
I screenshot them till I got them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I've had people that I can't talk to no more.
Damn.
So the opportunity to sit with anybody and build on something is way more valuable than people think.
Yeah. And that's so true, man. A lot of times we take friendships and relationships for granted.
Hell yeah.
And I would say sometimes it's not even that we taking it for granted, but we just be caught up with our own shit.
Sometimes you grow apart.
Yeah.
But I always say, like, no, you can't replace nobody. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing like I'm gonna replace you. You can't replace nobody. The way they made you feel, good or bad, you can never replace how that girl made you feel.
Yeah.
You can't never replace that feeling when I see my cousin Fluke. When I see him, I just feel better. I feel like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I see my mans, when I see, you know what I'm saying, YD and rap, or any of my peoples, when I see Tom Gist and I see he's doing good, he got a movie, he got a book, it's like, yeah. When I see my man Doc's him and his wife going viral, I'll be like, it's nothing like that.
Yeah.
And though we all may grow apart, but you can't replace people.
Yeah. And I think that's just a sign of getting older, maturing. But like you said, it's important to show up for your people when you can.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We all may have our things that we got going on, but if somebody has something going on, try to show up. I used to, I would say, not hold grudges, but I would be disappointed or mad. But I mean, in this day and age, I know that everybody just can't make it. Sometimes a person can make it, but they just may not be in the right mental space to be able to show up for you in that capacity. You know what I mean? People are dealing with a lot out here, man. And like you said, it's important to cherish that, sit down with your folks, check out on them, you know, when you can. That shit is very important, man.
The worst thing in the world, I was telling my brother a couple years ago, I was like, yo, I feel like I need to get with Tommy, my godfather. I was like, yo, I want to talk to him about like him and my father, like how they was running the street when he was younger, and he died, right? But I knew something told me, reach out to Tommy.
Sometimes we get that, yeah.
Reach out to Tommy Mitchell and talk to your godfather. And then next thing you know, he was in the ground. So it's like, you're not gonna always think about that person, but if that person come across your mind, make that call. And don't hesitate.
Exactly.
Because it's for a reason. Usually, something is about to happen to that person, good or bad. Maybe the person about to get married, whatever. It don't have to be bad, but something is about to happen if they come across your mind.
Yeah.
In my experience, that shit happened to me all the time.
Yeah, it's like that intuition.
Right.
It's definitely like that intuition. And so we kind of you know, talked a lot about your accolades, and you still have, you know, many, many more. But we did kind of slip into the conversation of mental health, and you do have kind of like a program now that you've started and you're spearheading. Talk to the people a little bit about that.
I've dealt with suicide thoughts since high school, right? Coming from where I come from, I'm from Ivy Hill, right? So I come from, on my block, we was the Cosbys, right? I was the house on the corner, mother and father, both of them, you know, my father was in the dental business. My mother worked in Metro North in New York. My father drove the Volvo. My mom had the Benz. You know what I'm saying? It was this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But as I got better at music, it made me feel like shit, right? Because I was looking at Nas at the time. Jay wasn't really hot yet like that. Around the time I Am came out, Nas was still who Nas was. And it was Pac. Big was Big, Nas, and Pac. And it was like, as my skills started to match up to my heroes or my idols, for lack of a better word, I started to look at my life. Like, why I sound just as good? Why my life look like this? Why do I feel like shit? Like, I'm fire. Everybody, and no matter how much accolades I got, magazines, TV, cosigns, like I was on Chuck D's show and sitting with him, and I had this song called I Know Y'all Heard of Me. It was about AIDS, and he gave me the biggest cosign, and I was like, yo, I'm dead serious about what I'm talking about. I know my name Quiet Boy, I know, but I'm dead ass serious, the same way you was serious when you made Fight the Power, and I'm talking to OG like that.
Yeah.
No matter what I did, no matter what people said about me, I never thought my life matched up to how good I actually was. So I started something called Sound University. Number one, to teach artists how to operate as a DIY, which means I got my own studio, I can record it, I can mix it, I can make my own beats if I have to. Not saying you will, but if you need to, get an idea, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to do that, and then also I became a life coach about 5 years ago. Right?
Okay.
Primarily, I can't tell you about life, but I can tell artists on how not to kill themselves. Right? So Sound University is a mental health support system for artists, and also I'm telling y'all stuff that you won't get nowhere else, because I had to wear every hat that you could possibly wear, from the hype man to the person setting up the studio, to the producer, to the songwriter, to whatever.
Everything.
So I had to, you know, been doing HTML, JavaScript since Black Planet, MySpace was coding back then. Now you tell me how long ago that was. Due to the time and when Black Planet was popping.
Yeah, I can
Over
remember.
20 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not a flex, it's just that I had to do it because I didn't have nobody.
Yeah.
All of my friends, half of them was athletes, half of them was gang members, half of them was just chasing chicks. I was the one that was really into the creative stuff.
Yeah.
None of my friends really was into it like that. Shout out DK. He was into the cameras and stuff, and he played instruments, but nobody was into what I was into. So it was kind of like Dame Lillard in Portland. They just watched me score 60, right? I couldn't win because you need a team to win. Anybody watching, no matter how fire you are, you can't win without a team. So the reason why I didn't ultimately win, because I never had a team. But I was scoring 60. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I stepped back and hit the, you know what I mean? I had moments where.
Yo, even when he's not rapping, he's rapping. Trust me when I tell you.
No,
this,
yo,
man.
real shit. Like, if you look at all of the stuff, that's the reason why I've done so much, because I was by myself.
Yeah.
It's like mad. Like, if you look at Carmelo Anthony's individuals accolades, it's insane. Syracuse championship, 4 Olympic gold medals, 10-time All-Star, All-NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, scoring titles. Like, I mean, like, going crazy.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, he's definitely
master of the mid-range. I'm a master at making albums. Just like Carmelo's a master at the mid-range, I'm a master at making albums. I've really mastered that part of the creative process.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I want to teach people, artists, especially women. I think women are in a really bad space, right? Being subject to a lot of bad situations, being in the studio with a bunch of drunk niggas in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
getting felt on and fondled and having their music in some producer's fucking hard drive and music never coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot of predatory practices.
It's a lot of bullshit. And the thing that's funny, and I said it the other day, like, baby girl got her own car, she got her own job, got her own apartment, got Wi-Fi, got a computer. The fuck is we doing? But it's just that they tell the ladies, be sexy, be talented, but be sexy. They don't tell them how to have their own Shopify store, how to get a Spice account, get Logic, and then learn how to do your shit. And get some templates for me or somewhere online and find out how to make your shit sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what I endeavor to do. Just give the game. Because I had to do it myself. And I think the dude Capella Gray said, he said what we are 100%ers. Capella said, I'm 100%er, which means I'm doing every aspect of it. I'm making the beats, I'm writing it, I'm recording it, I'm mixing it, all that. I'm 100%er.
And so,
When Capella Gray said that, I said that was fire.
I do feel like, I guess, in order to get yourself up and running, like that's a good practice, but eventually it's good to outsource some of those things. Like you said, like have that team, like that can help you get to that next level.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have to,
Hell
but
yeah.
I guess it's kind of like a double-edged sword because it's important to know all sides of the business that you're trying to do.
You need to have some kind of, your music needs to be at a certain level before you even let anybody hear it, which means you need to be in that den, getting that shit rocking. And a lot of times you won't never let nobody hear nothing until it gets so good. Like back in the day, I think we used to say it in church, it's like fire shut up in my bones. When it gets like that,
That's when you
that's when
compelled
you know.
to let somebody
if
hear
it ain't like, if you ain't excited about it, baby, that ain't it yet. And you just keep working, and one day you gonna get so souped, you gonna let your mother. I was like, check this out. I came from Baltimore, right? I'm down there with all of the fucking drug dealers and killers and shit, niggas shooting niggas in the head, selling coke, all kind of crazy shit, right? I come home. All of these songs got mad curses. My parents are pastors, my nigga. I come home letting my father hear all of these songs. I'm shooting niggas and gang shit, wild shit.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of the work that I did. He just was like, this is good. It made me stop using curses in my raps. They didn't tell me to. It was out of respect for my folks. Because they was listening. My mom was listening to that shit. Like,
Damn.
it made me, out of respect for them, I stopped using curses for a long time. The whole time I had my run around choir boy, the whole shit, clap music, whole shit, Good Morning America, anybody know, there's no curses and none of that stuff, out of respect for my folks. I'm like, if they're gonna be listening to my shit, I want them to be able to turn that shit up.
Or play that for they folks too.
Right.
They friends.
And they did.
Man.
And they did.
But I do feel like if you could do it on that level without throwing no curses in it, it just shows the versatility of your language skills.
Rakim didn't curse a lot.
I don't feel like you have to. I don't feel like you have to.
Even Nas, like every word wasn't a curse. Through the lights, cameras in action, glamour, glitters, and gold. I unfold the scroll, plants need to stampede the globe when I'm deceased, biting the beast. That's not a curse. Know what I'm saying? Most of that verse was no curses in it. It's one of the best verses, hip hop quotable.
Yeah.
If you really got something to say, you say it. And if you don't, it's just filler. It's a lot of.
Yo, you know what? I never even really thought about it like that. Like, that's a very good point. Because you got comedians like Sinbad who didn't curse or whatever, but he still was effective. He still got to that punchline. And I guess, like you said, if you got something to say, then say it.
Right. Sleep whole winners, wake up and spit summers. Ghetto nigga putting up Will Smith numbers, divided by sixes and hummers. Know what I'm saying? It's a curse in there somewhere, but he was already cooking so much.
Yeah, he was cooking.
The gist of what he was saying wasn't filled
You
with
understood it, and that curse in that moment, it just put like a little splash on it.
I come from that school. It's like Nas and Jay and Fox. You know what I'm saying? I come from that. They really had something to say, and the way that they said it was cool. I always felt like rappers shit. We had an age where rappers ain't cool no more. But when I come from, like Rowdy was one of the coolest niggas in school, and he was a rapper.
Yo, that's
right?
real
Rowdy
talk,
was
man.
cool. You know what I'm saying? He was on the whatever he on the basketball court, he cool. Like
Yo,
whatever he did, whatever Rowdy did was cool. So it's like when I came up, rappers was cool. When you saw Red and Treach and them, when you saw Treach, these niggas was stars. Shout out Rock Davis. I was with Rock, and he was shooting the video for Ghostface and Method Man.
Okay.
We on set, and when I saw how these guys was Meth was freestyling the whole time.
Wow.
We were on set. Not that nobody was listening. I am alone. The whole time. Like, just because that's what he does. And Ghostface, he's Ghostface. He Tony Starks. He got the fur. He got, you know what I'm saying?
They still have their personas.
That aura. They say
Yeah.
aura now. Like, it was like rappers was cool. So I come from that era, like, not only do it got to be fire and lyrically, you know what I mean, but it got to sound cool too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of that look. All like that whole package. Like we
When you
packaged
saw
all that
Ray
stuff
and
up.
Ghost, when you saw AZ, when you saw fucking any of them dudes, like you wanted to dress like that, you wanted to talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it was. I come from that era. I'm not from the, sitting at the computer with a dictionary and a AI thing trying to make some words make sense.
Hey, yo, they just
Nah, it's some nerd
They
shit.
letting
like,
the
and
computer do it for 'em.
I'm in the quantum physics and quantum mechanics and all that shit. I nerd out too, but music should sound cool. The people that I looked up to were cool.
yeah.
When I saw Nas and Kool G rap Fast Life, like I wanted to be like that. When I saw Mobb Deep Shook Ones, I wanted to be like them niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're definitely right about that. The culture has definitely shifted. It's a lot more pain and hurt though. I guess people was going through it then as well, but they was hiding it a lot more. Now it's like they're giving you, the addictions. They're giving you everything of themselves. Back in the day, our artist was kind of like a mystery to us a little bit too. So I think that lends itself to kind of
well, the mystique played into it too.
exactly. That's
How
what
much
I'm saying.
how much do we really know about Slick Rick? We don't know shit about him. He was from London. Where? I don't know. He had the chains in the eye patch and he made Young World.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy because I heard he just dropped a new joint. He supposedly
on Master Pill. It's out. It's
yeah,
out.
he
It's solid.
he
It's solid.
recorded it at Idris Elba studio from
Right.
from what my older brother was telling me.
But how much do we know about Slick Rick? Not much. How much
You're
we know
right.
about Kane?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Only thing I know is that he had Madonna at some point in time. Kane was that dude.
Right.
Like
So we didn't really know. I didn't really
Exactly.
know about, like, I listened to Rakim's book. I didn't know he was like from Long Island or some shit, and then you know what I mean,
Exactly.
hanging out with real street dudes and like.
Yo, the wild part is I read Prodigy's book. A lot of people didn't really like that book because he spoke about a lot of things that was going on in their neighborhood or whatever, but he was from Long Island. Good part.
See? But so that mystique, and it's like, I still, like AZ said, we were beginners in the cut as 5%ers, others such as myself is trying to carry on tradition. I'm just trying to carry on tradition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I heard people, rest in peace, $500,000. When I used to hear people like $500,000, beware these thugs, beware these slugs, beware these heaters. My son Rob run for his first pair of Adidas. Like when I first heard $500,000, I was like, that sound cool. The way, it's not just, for the rappers listening, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Auto, Matto, used to call me Fat Soul, now they call me Cash, like big,
But-
like it's an art within itself that I really tried to capture that on this last album.
And that's kind of what I was going to say also about your music, because you don't really sound like anybody. You still have your own style, and that's not something that's as common today.
It happened over time because you go through, I go through my Queens phase. When I was in high school, I was from Queens. You couldn't tell me I was, come on, Capone and Noriega came out, and then Capone got locked up, and then NORE came out.
Oh, yeah.
All of my early tape, Fleetwood Volume 1, 2, all that was Snorri and Nas. And then Jay came out, and I was like, ooh. Then I added a little bit of and then life happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started to add my stuff. So it's really like a gumbo. I think Black Thought calls it an artistic DNA, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, I think Black Thought was like, it's like Kane, his is like Kane, Rakim, Coogee Rap, and Chuck D, Black Thought. And he said that was his artistic DNA.
But you get that from him, though. You actually do get it from him.
So
though.
mine's is like Big, Fox, Nas, Jay. If you listen,
You get that.
the weight of my voice, the way that I move my words around, but the depth, and it sound cool, but I'm saying some shit.
And
it's
that's what you were
spiritual.
saying earlier, though, too.
Yeah.
You said with this project right here, is like you learn where everything is supposed to go as far as your vocals, where to take a breath,
Right. All these years later.
the timing of it.
Right. It's fucked
Man.
up.
But you had to go through all of the
Yeah.
projects to get to this
Yeah,
point.
it's beautiful. It's like LeBron playing this last season and he finally figure out how to knock down a three, like for real. Not
Yeah.
sometimes you hit it, like when Ray Allen get that joint, he just like,
Just let
he
it go.
finally get it. Or, you know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
finally learned how to really put together the handle and he about to retire. It's like that. It's like,
Yeah, it's like,
and
damn.
no, it's like Giannis at this point in his career finally learned how to hit a jump shot.
To be continued only on Uncontrolled Substance TV.